New at 6, Virginia lawmakers are trying to change a system they blame for keeping a school counselor convicted of soliciting sex from a minor on the job. Good to see you on this Friday evening. I'm Larry Miller.
I'm Leslie Foster. We've been following this case closely. So 50-year-old Darren Thornton was recently fired nearly 2 years after he was arrested for soliciting sex from a minor. Tonight, Thornton remains behind bars accused of lying about his job when registering as a sex offender.
Matthew Torres reports on the new efforts to prevent something like this from happening again.
It slipped through the cracks.
It's been tricky to navigate in the Commonwealth, but now Senator David Marsden, who represents a part of Fairfax County, is joining other state leaders wanting to change how crimes are being reported across jurisdictions.
But background checks have always been a difficult thing in law enforcement.
This after Fairfax County Public Schools fired Glasgow Middle School counselor Darren Thornton months after school officials realized he was convicted of soliciting sex from a minor. Police outside Richmond, where the crime happened, say they tried to notify the school system immediately, but their emails bounced back and investigators never followed up. Thornton was arrested again this year before he was fired for soliciting prostitution.
Frankly, I'm angry that this has been a systemic breakdown, really a lack of oversight by the Commonwealth of Virginia.
In this letter, Fairfax County Chairman Jeff McKay demands a more standardized state reporting system. State law says agencies that arrest a public school employee for a felony or a Class 1 misdemeanor must notify the superintendent as soon as practicable.
The Virginia State Code is so unclear about what the requirements are for reporting, puts our children in danger.
Legislators say there is a long-term fix but won't be launched until 2025. State police are reprogramming their system that can notify of an arrest after a background check is completed.
You will get up to the minute information, and if that person gets arrested 2 days after, instead of missing it like they did in this situation, that information would automatically be forwarded.
Senator Scott Servell says temporary changes are needed now. He recently connected with the State Department of Education, suggesting a central database to better connect law enforcement to schools.
Well, I suggested to the Secretary of Education that she send out a letter to all Virginia's 130 plus or minus school divisions and ask them to provide a designated email address and fax number for law enforcement to notify them of these things, and then take a list of all of those and post it on the Department of Education websites.
He says there will likely be a proposed legislation this year requiring input from different stakeholders, stressing this is a big priority to prevent a similar mishap from happening again. Matthew Torres, WUSA 9.